Good day, children. Today in this video we will see active voice and passive voice. In this video we will learn what exactly are active and passive voice and structure of them and when to use them. What exactly is an active voice? In active voice, subject performs the action and object receives the action. What do you mean by that? Okay, I love my sister. So, here I is the subject and what is the action here, children? Love is the action. Who is receiving it? My sister. So, the sentence structure is subject plus verb plus object for active voice. Okay? Where, before I told you that in active voice, subject performs the action and object receives the action. So, subject, I am the subject here. So, I am performing an action, love, and my object is my sister and she is receiving it. I love my sister. Subject plus verb plus object, which gives you active voice. This is the structure of active voice. Okay? Now, let's see the passive voice. Passive voice is used to show the interest in the person or object expressing the action rather than the person, which means who is performing it. As you can see the order in the reverse side here. Everything is reversed here. Okay, the arrow marks are reversed here. So what does that mean? Let's see the same example that we looked previously. I love my sister. Okay, here the subject I is doing the action. The subject I is doing the action. Okay, so the structure will be, for I love my sister, the structure is S plus V plus object. Okay. In the passive sentence, the structure is O, that is object, plus verb plus by subject. Okay. You have to add the preposition by. Passive sentence, the object takes the place of subject and subject takes the place of object. There will be a swap in that. In the first sentence, what did we see? I love my sister, and the sentence structure is subject plus verb plus object, right? Here in the next line, the sentence structure for passive voice is different. Object in the place of subject and subject in the place of object. Verb remains the same. Okay? So, object plus verb plus by subject. So, here verb is used in the third form, which is the past tense of the verb, the participle of the verb. Okay. Now, if I convert the sentence into passive voice, then it would be, my sister is loved by me. Sister is the object here, love is the verb, by me is the subject. Got it? Here, my sister is receiving the action of love by me. Okay, now I hope that you are clear with the difference and general sentence structure of active and passive voice. There is no doubt that these sentences are same. I love my sister is loved by me, are same. But generally we use active voice only. Okay, we use the first case only. I love my sister is what we generally say. Okay, now we will see when to use passive voice and what is the use of passive voice. Okay, there are two main cases to use passive voice. The first one, when you don't know the subject at all. For example, if I say Ria's wallet was stolen, here we don't know by whom the wallet was stolen. Ria's wallet was stolen. That's it. We don't know the subject. Next example. All the cookies have been eaten. Even here, we are not aware of who ate the cookies. We only know all the cookies have been eaten. We don't know the subject. We don't know who ate the cookies. So, when we don't know the subject at all, we use passive voice. That's the first case. When you give more importance to the action rather than the subject who performed the action. That is, for example, the driver was fined for speeding. Here, we are giving more importance to driver, the object, being speeding. We are least concerned about the subject. Okay, we don't care about the subject. There is no subject and we don't care about it. We are only giving importance to the main object and the action performed by the object. That's it. We don't care about the subject. The driver was fined for speeding. The object and the action. We don't know about the subject here. Okay. The next one, the next example. Solar plant will be built in Gujarat. Again, we are only talking about the action and the object, but we forget the subject. We don't know by whom it is built. We don't care about it. Okay. The next thing, the road is been repaired. We don't care who is going to repair the road, but only we care is about the action, what is happening. So the road is the object here and being repaired is the action. So only we talk about and we give more importance to the action and the object which receives the action. Okay, these are the two main things we see in passive voice. That's why we use passive voice. Let's revise what we have learned till now. So firstly, we discussed about the active voice. Here, the subject performs the action and object receives the action. So the sentence structure is S+V+O, which is subject plus verb plus object. Next, we saw about passive voice. Okay, where the object and the action is given more importance rather than who performed the action. That is subject. Okay, so the sentence structure is object plus verb plus by subject. Okay, these are the general sentence structures. Okay, example, in active voice, Hiroshi repaired my car. In passive voice, my car was repaired by Hiroshi. Okay, both the sentences are same in meaning, but the context changes. In the first sentence, subject Hiroshi is given more importance and we get to know that he is the person who is performing the repair activity on the car, which is an object. Okay. In the second sentence, we are giving more importance to the object car and the action performed by the subject rather than the subject itself. Okay. So, my car was repaired by Hiroshi. Okay. Then we discussed about when to use passive voice. When you don't know the subject at all. Okay. Then we discussed about when to use passive voice. Okay. When you don't know the subject at all. Okay. So here you can see Ria's wallet was stolen. All the cookies have been eaten. Okay. You don't know the subject at all. So here is the place where we use passive voice. The sentence is there in passive voice. Then the next case is when you give more importance to the action. When I give more importance to the action, I only talk about the action and the object which receives the action. Okay. Solar plant will be built in Gujarat. So I'm only giving importance to the solar plant which is built in Gujarat. I don't know about who is building it. Who are the builders? we are least concerned about the builders. Yes. So again, the road is been repaired. Again, I'm least bothered about who is repairing the road. But for me, the road is been repaired. The object which receives the action is the main thing here in passive voice. Okay.